Shalom everyone, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda Ben Shomer, and welcome to the Daily Drosh. Today's Daily Drosh is going to be just a little bit different. I'm simply going to read a passage and leave it at that. I'm going to be reading Psalm 139 from the Jerusalem Bible. This psalm is so comforting. If you've ever felt like nobody cares, if you've ever felt like God was a million miles away and that God was unrelatable, unattainable, that you couldn't be personable with him, you couldn't, that you were all alone and that nobody saw and nobody cares. If you've ever felt that way, read this psalm and it brings comfort. It says, Adonai, you examine me and know me. You know if I'm standing or sitting. You read my thoughts from far away. Whether I walk or lie down, you are watching. You know every detail of my conduct. The word is not even on my tongue, and Adonai, before you know all about it. Close behind and close in front, you fence me around, shielding me with your hand. Such knowledge is beyond my understanding, a height to which my mind cannot attain. Where could I go to escape your spirit? Where could I flee from your presence? If I climb the heavens, you're there. There too, if I lie in Sheol. If I flew to the point of sunrise or westward across the sea, your hand would still be guiding me, your right hand holding me. If I asked darkness to cover me and light to become night around me, the darkness would not be dark to you. Night would be as light as day. It was you who created my inmost self and put me together in my mother's womb. For all these mysteries I thank you, for the wonder of myself, for the wonder of your works. You know me through and through, from having watched my bones take shape when I was being formed in secret, knitted together in the limbo of the womb. You had scrutinized my every action. All were recorded in your book. My days listed and determined, even before the first of them occurred. God, how hard it is to grasp your thoughts, how impossible to count them. I could no more count them than I could count sand, and suppose I could, you would still be with me. God, if only you would kill the wicked, men of blood, away from me. They talk blasphemously about you, regard your thoughts as nothing. Adonai, do I not hate those who hate you and loathe those who defy you? I hate them with a total hatred. I regard them as my own enemies. God, examine me and know my heart. Probe me and know my thoughts. Make sure I do not follow pernicious ways, and guide me in the way that is everlasting. Wow. I mean, this psalm is so personal that God not only knows about you, he knows you. He knows you in and out. He knows every fiber of your being. He knows every cell, every nucleus, every atom that makes you. He knows your body, soul, and spirit. He knows you inside and out. Other passages says he has the hairs of your head counted, and that he bottles up your tears. He collects your tears in a bottle every time you cry. He knows your every thought. He knows what you're going to say before you say it. There's no place in the universe you could go to hide from his presence. Whether heaven or hell, he's there. He's everywhere, and he knows you. He created you. He formed you in your mother's womb. He was there when you were just conceived and just started forming, 9 months in the womb. I mean, how amazing it is. How awesome that is. I mean, the psalmist says over and over, I can't even grasp these thoughts. They're just so beyond me. So whenever you feel alone or by yourself, or that nobody's listening, nobody's watching, nobody cares, that it's as if you're invisible and you don't exist, go back to this psalm and read it and know that God is there. Even though you can't see him, even though you may not be able to feel him or hear him, he's there. You know, just like air is invisible. You can't see it, smell it, or taste it, but you know it's there because you're breathing and you're alive. You know, sometimes you can't see the wind, but sometimes you could see the effects of air through the wind as it moves the leaves of the trees. And sometimes the air is still and there's no wind and you can't see it, but it's there. You know it's there because you're alive. You know God's there because you're alive. And sometimes you see him moving and the effects of his moving, and sometimes you don't. but just know that He's always there. And He's personable. He loves you. He's not far away. He's right there. And He knows everything about you. A God that is far away and doesn't care, He wouldn't be intimate with you. He wouldn't know the insides and outs and your thoughts and everything like that. Guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom and Shavua Tov. Abraham'sDescendants.com, getting back to the 1st century in a 21st century way. Thanks for watching. Stay connected by subscribing to our other social media accounts and visiting our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com.